Hello everyone. This week's Repeat Read Aloud is The Adventures of Gary and Harry. This is the title of our book. Our author is Lisa Matsumo. What does the author do? The author writes all of our words, and our illustrator is Michael Ferrua. What is the illustrator? What does the illustrator do? The illustrator draws all the pictures. And do you remember what this part of our book is? That's the spine of our book. And what is this part of our book? That's our front cover. And last but not least, what is this part of our book? That is our back cover. Listen for the vocab words and see if you can spot them when I read them out loud. Deep in the sparkling sea, Gary the green sea turtle and his best friend, Harry the hawk-shell turtle, played in their ocean home. Each day they would swim to the surface and happily dive beneath the waves. Did you catch the vocab word? Sparkling. Remember, sparkling is when something shines different colors, and glitter is sparkly. Gary and Harry love their carefree life in the sea and like to visit their many ocean friends, like Olivia the octopus, Larry the lobster, and even Herman the grumpy old hermit crab, who is nothing but a big softy underneath that old crusty shell. For Gary and Harry, each day was a great underwater adventure. Some days they would even explore deep into the dark underwater caverns. Cavern is one of our vocab words. Cavern is a large cave, sometimes underwater. Other days, they would search for long lost treasures buried deep in the hulls of old sunken ships. When they wanted a good laugh, they would visit the crazy clownfishes who performed in Harold Harlequin's Shrimp Spectacular Sea Circus. One day after their morning adventure, Gary and Harry were especially hungry. As always, it was difficult deciding what to have for lunch since they had very different tastes in foods. How about a salty seaweed salad made of fresh algae, Gary suggested. Algae? Yuck, Harry replied, making a face. I'd rather have a nice, tasty jellyfish. His wish had been answered, for suddenly a school of jellyfish floated by. Wow, look at all those jellyfish. Harry quickly swam to the largest one and swallowed it in one big gulp. Gary expected to hear a satisfied, "Ah," but instead, Harry responded with a terrified, "Ah!" Harry was gasping and choking. That was no jellyfish he had swallowed. It was a plastic bag. Harry knew many sea turtles had died from choking on plastic bags, but he never once thought it would happen to him. Harry desperately tried everything to remove the plastic bag, but it just wouldn't come out. His life flashed before him. Luckily, Gary had just completed his turtle safety class, and by using the Heimlich maneuver, the plastic bag flew right out from Harry's throat. Do you remember our vocab word, Heimlich maneuver? The Heimlich maneuver is a way to save a person who is choking. You can see Gary and Harry doing the Heimlich maneuver. He's saving him from choking. He's getting the plastic bag out of his throat. Woo! That was close, Harry said while catching his breath. How did a plastic bag get in the ocean anyway? How else, Gary answered. The humans. Well, They need to be more careful to keep their trash out of our homes, Harry said angrily. Gary couldn't agree with him more. Suddenly, Harry's stomach rumbled. All the excitement worked up his appetite. Well, I'm starving, he told Gary. Let's get lunch. Just then, a beautiful jellyfish floated by. Look, Harry, just what you asked for. Lunch. After what Harry had been through, suddenly jellyfish didn't seem very appealing. Maybe I'll try one of those salty seaweed salads. Gary's face quickly lit up. Well, I know the perfect place to go, he said excitedly. We have another vocab word on this page. Seaweed is one of our vocab words. Seaweed is a slimy plant that grows underwater. And with a flick of their flippers, they quickly dove through the crystal blue water, eager to enjoy a nice, delicious, relaxing lunch. The end. Do you remember what Gary and Harry ate? It was a plastic bag, huh? What can you do in your house to make sure that plastic bags don't end up in the ocean? We could recycle them. I know in my house I reuse them. Go around and if you can see different places in your house that you reuse plastic bags.